Hello guys and welcome to Manual Education. Today we'll be discussing the exciting and dynamic world of MBA. If you're considering furthering your education and pursuing your career in business, then an MBA degree could just be what you're looking for. With the increasing demand for knowledgeable and skilled professionals, an MBA program can provide you with the tools and expertise necessary to succeed in today's fast-paced business environment. Join us as we explore the skills you must have to crack an MBA exam and how manual education can help you achieve your goals. Yes, guys, this video is very important for all the aspirants, those who are targeting the MBA examination, and the nearest approaching examinations are CMAT as well as the CET examination. So if you're targeting these two examinations in particular, this video is very important for you guys. So we will be covering top 5 skills that you should have or you should develop if you want to crack an MBA entrance in the very first attempt. So stay tuned. But before we move on, we have already launched the batches for the year 2023 and 24, where you will be getting live classes and classroom session, books and ebooks, shortcut tips and tricks, doubt classes, recorded videos. You will be solving topic-wise test, full length and sectional mock test. You will be added to a WhatsApp group. You will be solving 10,000 plus questions and you get a proper mentorship. And you'll also be guided for the selection process. So whether it includes the GD, which is group discussion, the VAT, which is written ability test, or even the PI, which is personal interview rounds. So you can always target for the CAT examination, CMAT, ZAT, ATMA, TEST, IIFT, and many other MBA examinations. If you are Mumbai based looking for classroom coaching, you can always visit our centers Dadar, Borivali, and Vasai. If you're based outside Mumbai looking for live class and online session, you can contact our number 8828581455, or else you can visit the official website www.manualready.com for more information. Now let's get started with the video and understand what are those 5 important skills that you should develop if you want to crack any of the selected MBA examination you're targeting. But before we dive deep into the skills part, it is very important for us to know about the MBA. What is MBA in general? MBA is also known as the Masters in Business Administration. It is a postgraduate degree focused on business administration. Okay, it is a 2-year terminal degree or a professional degree. So it's a 2-year degree which is done after your 15th, or you can say your final year of graduation. It is tailored to full-time, part-time, executive, and distance learning. So these are the modes of MBA. You can do your MBA through full-time, which is regular MBA, through part-time, which is for the working professionals, executive again for the working professionals, and distance learning again for the working professionals. Let's check out the eligibility criteria. What criteria you have to follow this so that you can get into any of the top B schools. Candidates should have passed 10 plus 2 plus 3 from a recognized education board, which is your 15 years of formal education. Entrance exams, what all you can give? You can give CAT, ZAT, GMAT, MAT, CET, which is nothing but the state CET examination through which you can get in any of the top B schools. And you have to give the entrance test, after which you have to follow the GD, which is group discussion, and then you have to follow the PI, which is your personal interview round. So you have to go through all 3 stages in order to get into any of the top B schools you're targeting. The next is candidate belonging to general category should have scored 50% marks, and candidates belonging to SC, ST, PW category should have scored 45% minimum marks. So these are the minimum eligibility criteria that you have to follow. If you have passed out your graduation, you have to score at least 50% marks if you're coming from the general category. If you're coming from the SC, ST or PWD category, there's a 5% of relaxation for your. And candidates currently in their final year can also apply. So if you're in your final year of graduation, you can apply for the examination. Now let's move ahead. Okay, so the first skill is mathematical skills. This is a very important skill, guys, and most of us don't like mathematics. So here are some 4 important points that you should keep in mind while developing your mathematical skills, which will really help you in your preparation. The first one is brush up on mathematical concepts. So what you have to do is start by reviewing basic concepts in topics like arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Familiarize yourself with basic formulas and equations, as well as basic statistical concepts like mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. So in this way you will be working on your skill and you will be brushing up your basic mathematical concept. The second one is practice regularly, because regular practice is the key to developing mathematical skills. Try solving math problems from books, online resources if you have any, or you can take the resources from manual education as well and you can practice from them, or you can start practicing through the old question papers if you have any. So this is a very good way to practice your skill, or you can say brushing up your skills. So practice is the key if you want to get your upper hand on mathematics. The next is use real life examples. Try to understand mathematical concepts by using real life examples. For example, learn about probability by playing games, or learn about linear regression by analyzing real life data sets. And the last is seek help. If you're struggling with a particular concept, don't hesitate to ask for help. Seek assistance from your classmates, from your teachers, tutors, and in particular, if you have joined manual education, be it live class or be it classroom sessions, you can always get back to your mentors even in these sessions as well. And here in manual education, you get faculties, experts in quant section who will guide you in a much more easier way so that you understand those stuff really easily. Okay, guys. So by this way, you can develop your mathematical skills. The next is problem solving skills. It's another important skill you should develop, and there are 5 important points you have to keep in mind while developing your skill. The first one is practice critical thinking. Develop your critical thinking skills by analyzing and evaluating problems from different perspectives. Learn to ask the right question and break down complex problems into smaller, manageable parts. So don't try to solve everything at once. Try to break down the problems in smaller parts so that it can be much more easier for you to understand as well, so that you can make the other person understand. Okay. The next is use case studies. Study and analyze case studies to understand how problems were solved in real world business. This will help you to learn different problem solving strategies and techniques. So you can go through as many case studies as you want. There are a lot of case studies you will be getting online. You can take those reference to help you develop your problem solving skills. The next is collaborate with others. Working with others can help you develop your problem solving skills. Discuss problems and potential solutions with your classmates or mentors. It will also help you build your team building skills, which will definitely help you in your long run. The next is seek feedback. Seeking feedback from others on your problem solving approach and the solution you generate. This will help you identify areas from improvement and learn from your mistakes. So it's very important to learn from your mistakes, because if you ignore your mistakes, you won't be rectifying your mistakes. So learning from your mistakes only help you to grow. And the last one is keep learning. Keep learning and developing new skills that can help you in problem solving. For example, learn programming languages, data analysis, or decision making techniques, which will also help you in your long run. So guys, keeping all these 5 points in mind, you can develop your problem solving skills. Moving ahead is your time management, a very important point. Most of us don't know how to manage the time. So these 5 points will really help you in managing your time. Make a study plan. Make a realistic study plan that includes a schedule for your studying, taking practice tests, and viewing your progress. Allocate sufficient time to each subject and stick to the schedule as much as possible. Sticking to the schedule is very much important over here. If you make a plan and you don't stick to it, it's of no use. So sticking to a plan is really very important over here. Anyone can make a study plan, but sticking to those plan and executing that plan in the right way is a must. The next is prioritizing your time. Focus on the most important topic first and allocate more time to areas where you need improvement. Don't waste your time on the areas you're not good at. Firstly, focus on the areas where you think you're strong, get that thing aside, and then put your time to the areas you think you are weak in. The next is take regular breaks. It's important to take breaks to avoid burnouts and maintain your focus. Take a short walk, do some stretching, or read a book to recharge your batteries. So guys, taking a break is also very important. It also counts in your time management. It also helps you get refreshed so that you don't get bored up. So it's also a very important point. The next is limit distractions. Eliminate distractions such as social media, emails, and phone notification that can eat up your valuable time. It's easier said than done, but guys, you have to do it if you want to crack any of the MBA entrance in the very attempt. And the last one is seek help. Again, if you're facing any difficulty, having difficulty managing your time, seek help from your classmates or your teacher. They may be able to provide you with additional resources or strategy for managing your time. So guys, it's a very important point, time management. And talking about the MBA examinations, like you have CMAT, ZAT, and GMAT examination, where you have ample of time to analyze your paper. But in particular, if you talk about the CET examination, you really don't have any time over here. You just have to run right from the word go. So time management plays a very important role so that you can make sure that you have attempted most of the questions, if not everything. So here at Maneuver, our faculties teaches you with shortcut tips and tricks so that you don't waste your time and you make most of the opportunity. Time management is very important, guys. You have to make sure that you don't waste any of the time in your examination. Like I said, you have ample of time in your other examinations, but talking about the CET specifically, you don't have any time. You just have to run one. You just have to run from the word go. So we don't have any time to waste. And even if you have not started your preparation, like I said, we don't have any time to spare. Start your preparation right from the word go. The next is very important, how to remember GK. Most of the students struggle for the GK part because it's so very vast. It's like a sea which has no end. So here are some important points you should keep in mind if you want to master yourself in GK. Start by setting a goal. Determine what specific areas of GK you want to focus on and set a goal to learn and retain the information. So if you're starting with the static GK, stick to the static GK until you finish it. Then only move to current affairs. Are you getting it? Don't rumble upon both the sections at the same time. There's a high possibility you will end up studying none. So determine what specific areas you're working on. If you're working on static, stick to the static first with all your dedication, all your focus. Set a goal to learn and retain the information. Write it down somewhere, place some sticky notes where you think it will be easier for you to reach out anytime you want. So start by setting a goal. The next is choose your resources, which is very important point again. Choosing reliable resources of GK information such as books, websites, and news outlets is very important. Make a habit of reading variety of resources regularly. Don't just stick to one resources that you have. Try tumbling upon many resources because you never know, and you have so many resources available, and GK, like I said, is never ending. And if you have joined manual education, whether if you have joined the live classes or the classroom session, here you get specific videos and handouts related to GK so that you never go out of resources. The next is organize the information. Make an outline or table to categorize and organize the information you have learned. This will make it easier for you to remember and recall later. The next is repetition. Repeat the information you learn regularly, either by writing it down somewhere, reciting it loud, or summarizing it. Either way, you can do it. The more you repeat the information, the more likely you are to remember it. So it's a very basic thing like we used to do in the school times. Our teacher would used to tell us that if you want to remember something, you have to recite it loud or you have to just summarize it, but summarize it thoroughly so that you can recall it anytime you want. Taking breaks, also very important point. Regular breaks can help improve your focus and memory. Take break every hour or so and use them to review the information you have learned so far. So taking break doesn't mean that you go and just sleep. Taking break means that you refresh your mind, refresh your mood, and start getting back to your thing which you were working on. And the last point is review regularly. Regularly review the information you have learned to keep it fresh in your mind. You can do this by taking mock test or solving some quizzes. So this will this will really help you in remembering the stuffs you have just learned about the GK. And talking about the mock test, the last one is taking test strategy. Very important guys, because mock test is the only way that will help you in any of the exams. So here are some important points that you have to keep in mind while taking test. Simulate test conditions. Take the mock test in a quiet place with limited distraction and try to mimic the real test condition as closely as possible. So get yourself locked in a room, keep your water bottle handy, keep your all the stuffs handy, a rough paper with you, a eraser, pen, pencil, anything that you want for your calculations. Keep it handy with you. Make sure the room is warm and silent. There's no one to distract you, no one to disturb you, and try to mimic the real test conditions, which means try to give the mock test on the same particular time that you have in your actual examination. This will allow your body to react that way in the actual examination as well. The next is time management. We have seen it earlier in the video as well. So time management plays an important role here too. Make sure you understand the time limit and allocate your time wisely during the test. Don't spend too much of time on one question, and make sure to leave some extra time at the end for reviewing your answer. It's very important. Most of the students don't leave any time at the end so that they can go through the paper at once, and they end up losing their scores. The next is answer the easy questions first. Start with the questions you are confident about and then move on to the more challenging ones. This will help you build your confidence and make the most of the time available. Because you have solved all the easy questions first, you get ample of time to solve the difficult ones. The next is manage stress, a very important point. The most of us don't pay any attention to this. Practice deep breathing and relaxation techniques to manage stress and maintain focus during tests. If you feel any kind of anxiety, or if you're going through any hypertension, stop it at that point. Take some time out, practice deep breath and relaxation so that you can manage your stress level and you can continue with your test. The next is mark for review. If you're unsure about an answer, mark it for review and come back to it later. Also an important point which we neglect very easily. Check for errors. Carefully review your answers and check for errors such as incorrect calculation, misread instructions, or careless mistakes. Very important point. Easy to lose your marks over here. And the final is analyze your performance. After completing your mock test, review your results and analyze your performance. Identify areas of strength and weakness and make a plan to improve on those areas. If you think you're weak in a particular section, subject, so make sure you give enough time to that particular section so that you can have your hold on that section. By following these strategies, you can easily increase your chances of success on mock test and improve your overall performance. So mock taking strategies will not only improve your mock strategies, but it will also help you develop your overall performance. So guys, these were the 5 important skills every MBA aspirant should develop if you want to get into any of the top B school, and that too in the very attempt. So that's all from my side guys. Thank you for watching this video and learning more about the benefits and pursuing an MBA. We hope this information has been helpful in your decision making process. If you have any further questions, you can write it down in the comment box. We will definitely get back to you. And if you are ready to take the next step, Manual Education is here to support you every step of the way. And after watching this video, if you think you are ready for the CMAT, MBA CET or any other MBA preparation, you can just contact our number 8828581455 if you're looking for the live class and online session. And if you're Mumbai based looking for the classroom sessions, you can visit our centers Borivali, Vasai and Dadar. You can also follow us on Telegram, Instagram, Facebook. You can also subscribe the channel Manual MBA Entrance, where you get all the videos related to MBA Entrance. And remember guys, invest in your future today and discover the endless possibilities that comes with an MBA degree. So that's all from my side. Till then, take care and prepare well.